I think it's safe to say that the state of online mode is not good. I think everyone can agree that it's the most unplayable, and for the past months, it's clear that 2K doesn't really is not going to do anything to fix the server issues. On stability improvements aren't doing anything, and especially with the Pack McAfee show pack just coming out, I figured maybe something, and I mean something would happen. Like a couple, because they already delayed it, so I figure a couple extra days would help, but no, nothing really changed. and with the games come out on a yearly basis, you would think that online would improve every single year, right? No, you're completely wrong, and I'm always wrong too. And me and others that play online every single day, um, it's just not fun. And with every update to the game, instead of getting better as you think it would, I actually find more bugs than less when I record every single day. And as you see from my videos, if you are like an active viewer of my channel, and I've been posting online content since 2K20, whether it's my old channel or my new one or my current one. I've been posting online for a while. It's almost a challenge. It's a challenge itself, just to kind of load into a lobby nowadays. You can like barely load into a normal chamber lobby nowadays. That wasn't an issue at all until this year. And 2K22, and I mean 2K20 and 2K20, you had a better chance of loading into a lobby there in 2K20 online. That's bullshit. And if you get into an actual match, like somehow, there's like a 95% chance something's gonna go wrong. Oh, the player leaves because of disconnection issues. Oh, the lobby just breaks them out of nowhere. And heck, like in this game and in 2K23, it was very common for the bell to ring and immediately it crashes. Like what even happened? Why even load into the lobby if it's just gonna crash right away? Now some might be thinking, well, just don't play in chamber matches to like normal one-on-ones or tag matches. Well, sir, I'm afraid I got some bad news. No, normal 1v1s are almost the exact same issue. Sometimes you can do it. Sometimes it's faster than a lobby, but it's still because it's less people, less parts for the custom characters and whatnot. But you're still running into the stupid error message that the lobby has crashed. Now, I will say, 2K24 did fix some issues with last year online, because the game at 2K23 online had much more crashes. And on the majority of the crash, and were they from, my dear viewer? You might think maybe it's some hacker command people are doing the game. No, you can't really hack in these games. It's a simple Irish whip. Yes, Irish whips would break the game. And whether it was like a rope rebound, throwing them outside the ring, or from like a Irish whip from the corner, you get like a 90% chance it was gonna crash. And if it didn't, it would just lag the entire match for like the rest of the time. And heck, while they did fix this in 24, there's still like the most random things will crash 2K24 online. Like, still Irish whips from the corner, it's gonna break. For some reason, resiliency, I don't know why, but using resiliency sometimes breaks the lobby. And even a new bug I discovered this year, and it's even my first online video I made for 2K24. It was removing the announce table, which makes no fucking sense, I would think. I mean, it just makes me angry that I shouldn't have to spend 20 to 30 minutes trying to find a lobby or load into a lobby. You get former online creators like Small Afro, where I honestly almost agree that him changing from online to more offline content was one of the greatest things to do, because he said in recent videos that he's tired of the issues I'm talking about here, just constant crashing and whatnot. And I feel like it deserves just more attention. 2K cares so little about online that if you want to have a good online experience, you either load up your good old PS3 and load up 2K15, have better server quality. Now I've got to talk about the broken pin systems and submission systems, because that's just more than lobbies. Like back in 2K22, both pin and submissions were button mashing, and that is not how it should be nowadays. Button mashing is a thing for like 20 years ago. It's not good for 2024. but it can be heavily abused. And I feel like online mode should be a skill-based competitive mode, just like 2K19 and 20 was. Those games had time-based systems, and you had required the skill to get better at, and it felt more engaging when the person was kicking out a bunch, getting out of submissions more. And it's fun, but with 2K22, just after a few finishers, you can't kick out anymore. Even after you use resiliency, your opponent could just pin you again, and you couldn't even kick out. And that's not fun, especially when the person has a turbo controller and they're kicking out of multiple finishers, and they hit you with a couple, and then you just lose, and it's unfair. But I'm glad with 2K23 they brought back the time pin systems. That was always that was really good, but again, it's kind of broken. And back with rapid pin systems, it's not skill at all. You can't convince me that doing rapid pin systems is not skill. It is not skill at all. And if you think it is, I would love to hear your argument in the comments. But there's also a few things that were broken with time systems. There's times where, especially in my videos, especially in this game and 24, or that game in 24, I should say. Sorry. There's so many videos where I hit right on 3, but the game doesn't register that you won the match. I'm sure everyone has dealt with this at least one time. You see me going, full on mental breakdown, throwing shit around my room just because the game didn't trigger that I actually kicked out. Now there's also something called kick out merges in this game. I'm one of them, kind of. So that's why you'll see some videos from Smile Afro or my videos were over an hour long, where it's just kicking out because of a simple trick we do. I'm not gonna say what the trick is because I don't want every single video to be 40 minutes long. I like my good old 15 to 30 minute videos. But there was I get into some points because they're using this simple technique for kicking out, so the matches were over 2 hours long, and that wasn't fun after a while. But in 2K24 they kind of fixed that a little bit. I mean, people still can have long match. I know a couple people I've seen have a couple, maybe an hour long matches, that's bound to happen. That's just bound to happen. But some broken things, there's some times with the kickout meter where you clearly land on it, but it doesn't even turn green, doesn't register. But then you see some kickout meters where you're a millimeter away, and that's considered kickout. What kind of collider bullshit is that? It's really annoying, and I think everyone can agree that probably needs some tweaking. I can just bring back the 2K21. But here's my next thing. So why doesn't 2K fix all these issues? The fixes are pretty standalone, easy things to fix. Well, it's just based on what I've seen and from what other creators say, and from conventions with 2K makers, 2K next makers, and when they're asked what the problems they fixed, the answer they got from Small Afro guy was basically that the issue happens so much that they can't fix it. That's what he told us. That he got from them. He told us what kind of bullshit issue is that, because AEW Fight Forever is a dead game. But yeah, that game had a smaller budget and whatnot, and it's less companies working on it, and that has better servers than whatever 2K24 has. Now that and what 2K's what's their network even? Now something I also wanted to bring up was the fan base of 2K Online, because I know 2K doesn't do this crap at their game, but let's face it, this community is also really bad. They got mad when Bianca Belair got on the cover of a game because she's a black woman. That just tells you a lot about this community, how much of a weird it is. People in this community itself, 2K Online community and just 2K WWE2k fans in general, were pissed off that Bianca Belair was on the cover and not someone else. That's bullshit. And a lot of these players you find online are very rude and disgusting. You're fighting them and you're doing well, and you're not doing anything weird. You'll find people get on the microphone and start screaming racist, racist slurs, threatening to commit terrible acts, telling them to go off yourself if you want to. Then you got people who are uploading, porn and like naked custom character screen creations that 2K does nothing about in general, but then let's just ban what's the status for a little bit and Marnie M from uploading from uploading better models than over 2K makes sometimes. And then you have the weirdos who like these like random custom characters, max them to 100 overall. Heck, sometimes I know like back in like 2K22, you had the 255 overall Roman Reigns, which I don't think really anyone used because it was late in the game, but still that's insane that you can do that. They'll spam like jab spamming, they'll spam moves you can't reverse, like the quick chops, spears, submissions, some random moves like the rolling stunner, duck under finishers where hard to reverse, and the crossroads and the vertebreaker. And the eye of the hurricane, which is like hurricane signature in the game, something you really can't reverse. So they can just win a match for the leaderboard that means literally nothing, and no one cares really if you're in the leaderboard. Because I've seen videos of like people like drinking alcohol and celebrating the fact that they won on a leaderboard. Like no one honestly cares if you did. Then we got players who are just annoying in general, like running away the whole time. Like why even buy the game if you're gonna load it up and just not play the game, and they're gonna rage on the mic when you do something like very much similar to that, just like annoy them back, because they're just scared of losing a match. Which losing a match online makes no fucking like it shouldn't be like that big of an issue. It's stupid that that's even like that. It's that people like it's like it's a strategy people defend, like, oh, it's just the way people play, you shouldn't like talk about, it's dumb. I see more weird adults, like very immature adults, because there's some, I'm not gonna mention any names, but there's some like a couple people in their 50s. Again, I'm not gonna mention the names. I don't want to like start drama again. Like they like make videos on me, like calling me stupid, and I'm 19 years old. Two people in their 50s, and I see children on this game, and you saw the recent video of the kind of the kid going on a racist rant because he was losing the match, and oh god, it's just, this community is just bad in general. The game's online's bad, 2K's doing nothing about it, and then we have a crappy community, and that's just, I think we need a better community overall. Overall, I think online just needs more attention. It deserves to be something fun for players to come back to once they finish My Rise, Showcase, they're done with their universe mode, My GM. And 2K themselves need to make the change to make online fun again. In 2K22, it was actually a lot of fun. If they made the time system like from like 23 and 24, and like the submission system from like 20, that would have been the greatest online mode of all time. I do think 2K22 is probably my favorite online mode of all time. But then we go to 23, they had War Games, and that was just a disaster. I probably played multiple tens, like maybe almost 50 games of War Games. Guess how many worked? One. It would always crash or split. And with most updates online nowadays, while they fix other bugs in online modes and break other stuff, nothing gets added online or changed besides the simple online stability improvements like I mentioned before, which honestly really do nothing. Maybe like sometimes it'll work for like a day and then it's just right back to being bad. And like now apparently I heard rumors, I doubt they're true, that 2K wants to add stuff like Universe and My GM online, which sounds really good on paper. But if you can barely get regular matches loaded, how the hell do you think 2K is gonna have My GM and Universe online without a bunch of bugs? So if anyone 2K is watching this video, just please hire whoever you need to hire just to fix online. Who like understands how to online servers. I shouldn't have to play indie games where there's better online servers who have more people playing them constantly and have like a much smaller budget, but yeah, I have no crashes. I've been playing those games for months now. Everyone watching this video can agree that we're all tired dealing with the same bullshit every single year. Maybe like if you fixed online or like fix the server issues and like maybe fix issues with loading the lobbies, more YouTubers will actually be prone to play it, and maybe we get like the deadlock tournaments we got in AEW. That'd be super cool, like because those games work with online servers. If a game like AEW has a better serverless than you, and that game's dead and like forgotten, then I think it's possible for 2K Online to be good. Thanks for watching.